How are we doing tonight? Alright. So my name's Penny, like the pasta. I'm hollow inside. No. Actually, it's short for Penelope. That is my name. I chose it myself. I'm transgender. And when I transitioned, I chose the name Penelope because of course I did. Because nobody picks more pretentious names than trans women. Trans men don't do this. They always pull from the same 10 most popular boys' names from the 70s, you know? It's always I'm Paul, this is Larry, we're gonna conquer the world. And trans women, it's hi, I'm Persephone, and this is my friend Chrysanthemum. Trans men, they narrow it down to 3 choices, like Steve, Mike, John. And then they call their 2 best friends, Eric and Jason, to come over and help them pick a name. A trans woman, she'll round up everybody she's ever met anytime, ever in her life. She'll gather everybody thank you for helping me choose a name. I've narrowed it down to 106 possibilities. Let's go through this alphabetically, shall we? How are we feeling about Anastasia? And she'll do this for 3 hours, and it's okay, now that we're done with the pretentious names, let's start pairing them with minerals. I think Katarina Amethyst is gonna be. I think they filled in the joke over in the corner. Octavia Onyx and June Opal. So yes, I chose the pretentious as shit name Penelope for myself because it sounded pretty without being weird. It wasn't very common without it being unusual. But now I kind of hate it. Penelope's not a name for somebody over the age of 8. It's stupid. It sounds like Italian food. Somebody's going, how about the vino and the Via Penelope? I sound like a scientific name for a flower. It's from genus Penelopes. Penelope. It's like Tiffany, Stephanie, Brittany. I sound like I should be the bitch in a cheerleader movie. No one even likes you at this school. And it's funny because I actually was a cheerleader when I was in school. I know you wouldn't know it to look at me now. This is a body built for competitive eating. I look like I'm ready to take on Joey Chestnut, but there was a time when I looked much different. In fact, I looked like Angelina Jolie. Oh, you're believing that, okay. But nowadays, I just look more like Laura Croft, refrigerator. And I'm also socially awkward, which is unusual when you're trans because, that's not unusual, but it's interesting. It makes life harder. I never know how to react to people. I don't know if I'm supposed to tell them, if I'm supposed to keep my mouth shut. Do I feel like I'm safe? And it's just, I'm socially awkward, so I blurt out stupid things. Like the other day, I was in the store and I was looking at this dress and it was really pretty. And this woman came up next to me and she's like, oh, that is a really nice dress. And I'm like, I have a penis. I don't know if you needed to know that, but if you did, there you go. But for what it's worth, I didn't ask for it, I don't want it, I'm not keeping it. And sometimes you get an inkling where you kind of know somebody's probably transphobic, but they're talking to you anyway, and you kind of just want to put out a little feeler to see where things are at. This woman in a freaking Trump hat complimented my boots one time, and I was like, oh yes, thank you. I saw Caitlyn Jenner wearing these and had to have my own. So yeah, Caitlyn Jenner, you pick up the conversation now. And it's helpful to be able to do that. Not all minorities can do that. A black man can't infiltrate a room full of white people looking white and going, what do we think of this Farrakhan guy? Thank you, everybody. I think that's been my time.
Penny Jane, everybody. Okay, anyways, I am